afternoon, or good evening, everybody, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Thursday! Welcome to Cat Butt O'Clock. It is morning and now time to start the stream. How are you guys doing? I can see half the chat. Cupcake Chaos on a 3-stream streak. Ciao, Hazel. Hi, Miss Kira Butt. Hi, Miss Kitty Cat. How you doing? How you doing? You've been waiting for me to start the stream for like 15 minutes. You got here early? Let's see here. I turned my game sound off last night because I thought, or not sound, but music. And I need to turn it back on. I was raiding and I thought I would listen to other music, but it turns out if I turn on other stuff, I jam too hard and then I don't raid as well. Oh boy, I wanted to look at... Yeah, you're in Veldrack and that'll do. How are Warlocks doing for Raid Mythic Plus? It's a great question. Some website must know that. Does Subcreation know? There's a website that has rankings for all of the different specs and whatnot. I don't follow it too closely. I find it doesn't make me any happier. It's your stream today. It really is. It really is. You look good. You look good. You're a little scruffy, but I brushed you yesterday. You got bed fur. Today is the first day of the Outland Cup. It began at 12:01 a.m. this morning. And I want to just go take a look at the vendor that had the cosmetics from the last one to find out if there's anything that I want or if I'm all in on archives and archives-related activities today. Because I'm sure I could find some stuff to do. Music is on. Am I connected? You guys have music. Maybe I'm not connected. Oh, no, I hear it. Maybe I just turn it down. Yeah, there we go. And then this can probably calm down. That's a little too much green bar. Hi, Kitty. Are you... You're pressing buttons. If you alt F4 the stream, then I shall have to restart it. And it shall be a mild and somewhat comical inconvenience. Demo Warlocks are rocking. Teha, thank you very much for the 17-month resub. Appreciate it. Also, Aaron on a 10-stream streak. Thanks, guys. Here's provider tech support. Hi. Kitty's saying, don't touch the buttons on the keyboard. You pet me. Hands are for pet cat. Hi. Yeah, well, it's a kitty stream for now. How's the weather where you guys are? We have, it's been alternating snow and then rain and then freezing and then snow and then rain and then freezing. And it's, slippery outside is what that adds up to. I have yet to wipe out, but I'm afraid it's only a matter of time because sometimes Moose gets excited. And when you're walking him out there, it's tough enough when you have traction. Oh, yeah. You've spun the camera. Kitty, that's the lens. Hi. She was just saying hi. Bought a heated hoodie today. Oh, that is genuinely new tech. That's cool. 20 degrees Fahrenheit warmer seems like a lot. Still below freezing out. Camera's blessed. She's smelling us. Oh, she stepped into the keyboard. Hi. Yeah, you're real cute. You're real cute. You're so small. You spend enough time petting Moose and then you go pet Kira and then you're like, you're just a little itty bitty bean. You're a miniature animal. You're teeny tiny. Itsy bitsy kitty cat. Family in the North Okanagan had 50 centimeters of snow. Ooh. Pretty big pile up. -6 would be around -12, still 12 inches of snow. It's great weather, assuming that you have the time and the electrical for it and the internet. Great weather to play some World of Warcraft. Where Outland Cup circuits? So they'll give me a quest. There is new stuff. So Outland Drake Racers things, and there's also the Manuscript of Endless Possibility, which allows you to customize your dragon, to randomize your dragon riding mount customizations. Now, the thing that trips me up about that is I could have sworn, and I think I must just be not understanding. Kitty's headbutting my mouse head. It's hard to steer. I could have sworn that there is a randomize appearance button. So that manuscript cannot possibly do this. So, does it randomize your appearance every time you summon the mount? Is that what it does? Randomize every time you mount. Oh, okay. Okay. Do I want that? I don't know if I want that. No more snow. Never got that much. Getting cold now for a while. Why do we have to race through a massive briar patch? Alright, well, the news then is that I will want to be doing some of these Outland races. It really doesn't matter what character I do them on, and indeed there's probably some benefit to doing all the races on a couple of characters. So I'm not going to take Inksy, because she is camping out by the Azerothian Archives. Also, I must show you. I simply must show you. So I've been doing a couple of digs off stream. I did one or two of them last night. Also another show shuffle. I did a little show shuffle. And a couple of digs. And I got a mount, so I got to show you. I got the Hornstrider mount. Woo! I felt bad because it was like, I think it was the first one after stream was over as well. And I was like, oh, the dig's up. I can probably just nab this. And then I just got the mount. That could mean that it's a pretty forgiving drop rate because I've only done it a handful of times, or it could mean I'm lucky, but I've heard of a few of them running around. It's a Hornstrider of some description, the Clayscale Hornstrider. It looks like this. Named for their dusty red appearance, Clayscale Hornstriders can be found tearing across the muddy hills of the Onaran Plains. X Arthur, thank you very much for the 20-month resub. That's my new mount. Depriving us of dig content. What do you think of Azerothian Archives? I like it. I like it. I like it better than Super Bloom. I like that it's just a bunch of cosmetics and that I'm invested in farming the cosmetics. I think they look really cool. And the drop rates seem to be such that you can, like, it's worth it to do all the stuff, especially if you want to work on the achievements. Some of the world quests are required for the achievements, but it's also, you get just drops from doing the event itself. So what I have yet to figure out is if the drops from the event itself, it's clear that some items drop from the event that only drop from the event. They're a recolor of the things you buy from the vendor, so they are only available via drop. What's not clear to me is if you could also get the other color that is available on the vendor, or if that's vendor exclusive, because I'm trying to find out if I can save some, you know, potential mysterious fragment farming here, or if I'm just going to be doing this weekly until I'm old and, well, crunchier than I am now. So that's going to be up in another 19 minutes. I suppose I can start some Outland Dragon racing. I should warm up the fingers. It's going to make it easier. Dirt chicken. That's from the boss. So it can drop from the boss. It can also drop from the tomes, the epic tomes. Possibly the other ones too. It's hard to say. Pay today. Pre-order The War Within so I can catch up. Kitty, Kira, dogs, and cat are all sleeping in my bed right now. Have you heard about the glasses you can go fish up in Gilneas? I did hear about that. I didn't get them. I forgot to get them. I'm assuming I could just send any character out there now that I've done the intro quest line and work on it. Who's available for that kind of thing? Gilneas. I wouldn't even know where to start to go to Gilneas if we're being honest. Also, I feel like it would be an alliance character thing. I know that Horde could do the quest line, but like after that, I don't know. Let's do Outland Race. Open to count one. Let's start the Outland races because that's gonna keep us busy for a while. You can still fish after finishing the quest. Should be any character. Cash, happy birthday to your friend. Already finished the Outland races. Yeah, we got a batch of them. How many badges do we need? My thinking of what I did last time was I just went and did all the races just on the normal difficulty. So they're gonna give you 80, but that's for doing each course. I did not really bother very much. Sorry, I know I'm out of focus. It's because Kitty's in front of the camera. I did not really bother very much with like reverse races or advanced races. Because I didn't really see a strong need to, especially when you can just take another character and do them again and get more badges. And all of the cosmetics you get are account-wide. Oh, I wish I would have done the calendar races. Outland. Outland Shatrath. That's Crystal Song Forest. I don't come to this portal room often enough to have like a real clear... It must be downstairs. Yeah, it must be downstairs. Yeah, I don't know what the glasses look like. I'm hoping they're cool for fishing in Gilneas. I'd like to do that today too, but I want to do a bunch of stuff today. And it's not that I won't have time. It's that I'm not going to remember once I get started. I can't wait for them to put a super cute pet behind getting gold in every race. I would do it if there was a pet for it, for sure. It's a blue tint. Bluish. Okay. Got all the golds knocking in. You should really try it too. I'm sure you'd have a great time. Oh, man. Alright, there's one right here. I think that this will be a lovely way to kill some time in between Azerothian Archives. Also, I need to do the rest of the Archives intro quest to unlock the remaining world quest in like the Forbidden Reach in the Azerothian Caverns. I would like to try this course, please. I would like that very much. I should do these on the Arbor Worm. That's like the cool newest one. Whoa. I was already convinced that I wanted to do the Azerothian Archives world quest for the fragments. Because like 500 to 700 fragments for a world quest that doesn't take a crazy amount of time is reasonable, especially if you're like really trying to grind out rewards as quickly as you can. Whoa. This is a hazard. But I'm double convinced now because I was reading through the achievements, and I still don't fully understand all of the achievements, but I understand enough to know that doing those world quests is going to be important. Because there's a meta achievement for the Azerothian Archives. And there's also 2 pets that are rewarded for 2 of the achievements that are also part of the meta. Here we go. So that was, we got 3 badges because we got gold on that one. Archives have a time gating aspect. You can grind it out. There is a weekly dump of an extra 5,000. A weekly dump of an extra 5,000 fragments that you get for doing the weekly quest, and that seems to be once per week per account. So if you wanted to like take it really easy and grind all the vendor stuff, your best bet's probably just to do it once a week. But you get drops, and you do get like a reasonable amount of fragments for continuing to do it every hour. So if you are, it seems I'm at least motivated to do as many as I can log in for, which is not usually my style. I'm typically somebody that will take the path of least resistance and the most efficient means of farming, even if it means waiting for longer. Whoa, I tripped. But I think the reason that it's so fun to stop by and do archives every hour is because it, you know, it's like not unusual to get like a drop from either the bags that you get or from the end boss. And it's just exciting whenever you get like a thing because they look really cool. I got the work shirt this morning on the one that was half an hour before stream started. Wish they'd tell us if when we need to have stuff done for a meta. It's a bit, I mean, what if they don't do another meta? It's a bit strange that they haven't, I guess we have a couple more like minor patches left in Dragonflight, but it's a bit strange that we haven't heard anything yet. Especially if they're not planning on sticking us here for like years and we're gonna get another expansion and all move on together. I don't know. Good morning from LA. Good morning. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. I might be able to get some extra badges by doing these on other difficulties, but I think it's going to be faster and easier to not worry about it. Also, let's get a different unsource type, uncheck all Dragonriding. Let's look at all our Dragonriding mounts. So I don't think I must not have customized them on Scary. Those are all default. Whimsy Drake. It's all about the arborworm. How y'all doing from Tennessee? Good morning. Or good afternoon. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Trying to stay toasty. I wonder, I need to get another thermometer in the office so I can tell if like it's actually cold in here and I need to turn up the heat, or if it's just I've been sitting still too long and like a, you know, reptile have slowly bled the existing heat out of my flesh. Morning, how is Mean Girls? Good morning. I did not go see it. Did not go very far, and I don't think I'm gonna for the next until the ice melts, because it is fun out there is one way of putting it. I saw somebody trying to cycle in it and then give up and start walking their bike because it was just not happening. I commended their I privately to myself commended their bravery. Did the quest twice for Outland Cup. Gold in all races first time. Got all the rewards now. Seems like pretty efficient. Delivery people still on their bikes here. 20 quick push-ups. No, thank you. There we go. I'm qualified for these races, I swear. 10 more minutes, and then we're digging again. Something that I thought was kind of interesting about the digs is that we've circled back around to a model where you can kind of sort of AFK them. Mind you, if you joined a group, it would probably be a bit rude to do that. But there doesn't seem to be any harm to just being logged in the area during a dig. It doesn't seem like you're really, I don't know. Doesn't and if even if you like don't ever interact with anybody and you don't do anything, you'll still get the tomes for just being in the proximity of the area if other people do unlock them. I'm not advocating for AFK, but I'm just saying it's interesting that they've moved back around to a model where you can kind of get away with it again, because it felt like through a lot of the public events they were like brainstorming ways to prevent people from doing that, because it had become kind of a problem, especially in some of the events where AFKers were genuinely just dead weight. I don't know if like the page is required to get the tome scales with nearby players. If that does, then you would continue to be dead weight, but I don't know if that's the case. Some of these races aren't very long. Manuscript of Endless Possibilities does not seem to be account-wide. Oh, interesting. Streets are free. People start pushing their cars. Streets, it depends on which ones. A lot of streets are not... A lot of the smaller streets are not plowed. So it depends on if you think your car can handle... Like... It depends on how highly you think of your vehicle and its tires. Some people are driving, most people are not, I would say. It is, you get a lot of people that are walking in the street because there's not cars, in the smaller areas anyway. Goes way slower when no one that gets the task do them. Took ages to get a task during the big dig. Free to just around robbing the little digs. Whoa, whoa, ow, ow, ow! Has that always hurt? Ouchie. Alright, I'm up to like 10,000 fragments. And I'm saving up for the vendor mount, the pack beast. We gotta get those squared away first. Oh, there's obstacles. And then I suppose I can start picking away at the different transmogs off the vendor that look really cool. At least, I mean, the pets aren't on the vendor. The pets are achievement only, so that's a separate issue, which is nice. At least it's nice for me. It gives me more fragments to spend on my transmog. You want to know what else I did this morning before I started stream? Is I logged onto my evoker, and I had left her in Eon's Fringe, and I did the Eon's Fringe daily. I was reminded of it because when I was tabbing through the adventure journal, because somebody had mentioned that you could pick up the weekly quest from there, like the Super Bloom Weekly and stuff. I didn't find that one, but They had a breadcrumb for the Eon's Fringe daily, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that is a thing. I could get like a free, you know, encapsulated destiny every day from just doing this quest real quick on my evoker. I still need stuff from Time Rifts. I could probably stand to do that, so I went, and it was just a really quick. It was in the area anyways. They didn't make me fly all the way to the Azur's Band this time. Honeybun Games, thank you very much for the 31-month resub. Happy 31 months. I hope you, Moose, and Miss Kira are doing well. Thank you very, very much. Energy bar weak aura. Yeah. I've got a weak aura that just kind of puts little lightning up when I'm going fast enough to be generating extra vigor. At least I thought it did. There was a link to it. I don't know if it still works, but if it does, this is where I got it. Here we go. I like the look of the drop transmog more than the vendor one, so stuck doing events. Rewards are for reaching max rep with the archives. That I don't know. The only thing I could glean from the Wowhead guide was that the vendor the rep might gate stuff off the vendor, but if it does, it also hides it. I can't see any items on the vendor that, or at least when I looked. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong vendor or something, but I didn't see anything that was rep gated. It could be like a Sword Army situation where there's specific things they give you when you get to rep thresholds, but I didn't do it in testing, so I don't know. It feels nice to be racing again. Anarchy Moose, thank you very much for the 39-month resub. Hi, Hazel. You have unspent profession point knowledge. I do. I was waiting until I got more mining skills so I could unlock another thing, so I could put it into a different mining tree, because I either mistakenly or just ill-advisedly put points into the elemental one instead. I can bridge this gap, right? Right? Yeah. Would he be allowed in the office by now? Anarchy Boost. Musa visits the office under supervision, particularly if the kitty is not around. But not while I'm streaming, unless it just happens. These are open. I know what I'm doing tonight. Like those dailies, few things felt better than assassinating Invincible after spending 2 hours running ICC with no drop. I still need mounts. Like I want all the transmog too, but I still need mounts from Time Rifts. So I've got some extra collecting to do. Noob question: where do you start the archives? So you can just go do the event when it's up, which is every half hour, or on every hour, but on the half hour. So there's another one starting in 3 minutes. You don't need to do any of the intro quests to do the event. My friend checked last night. He hadn't done any of it, and he was able to come do the event and get stuff. You also have an intro quest line that unlocks daily quests that are related to the whole thing, and you can pick that up. There's flyers around Vildrak, and there's one inside the inn. Yeah, let's do one more of these real quick, and then we'll log back onto the gnome to do the dig. Moose Kira, not besties? Not just yet. Moose loves her and wants very much to play with her, and Kitty does not mind him, but does not want to be jumped upon. Which is fair when you're small and also blind. So we're just working on calmness and self-control. Oh, hi, kitty cat. See if you can jump up like that. Don't like people jumping on me either. He's a really sweet, friendly boy. But he's a very excited, big, sweet, friendly boy. He's 8 months old, and he is just a big bundle of, like, gummy worms. He's real hyper. And wiggly. Thus the worms. Big bundle of gummy worms was my nickname in college. Alright. We got digging to do. Love dogs. Bigger ones that jump have big energy. Kind of overwhelm me. Yeah. A lot of dogs feel that way too. Moosey wants desperately to greet and play with every dog he sees. And he's coming to realize that some of them do not have the patience for him. Or some of them will be like, okay, yeah, all right, we'll say hi. And their owner will say it's all right. And they'll start to sniff and say hi. And then Moosey's like, you want to play? And the dog's like, no. It's 7:30 in the morning. I'm just out here to sniff, man. Calm down. All right, we're digging. We have 3 feet of snow. I miss Victoria. We have like, yeah, we have a couple inches, but nothing crazy. You don't need mounts. You want mounts. True. Verifiably true. I suppose I should be in DPS spec. I've just been killing Doom Shadow with smites and holy fires. Is that a cat? It's my kitty cat. That's Miss Kira. Wow. Took my dog about 2 years before he realized not everyone loved getting humped and jumped. For that total teenage boy. Mm-hmm. Super lucky with my Lord Godfrey glasses. Got it in like 5 throws. Ooh, nice. This is great being himself. Yeah. He's such a sweet boy. He's just like innately lovely on like the inside. He like never means anybody any harm. I am not small. I am the opposite of small. I am lanky, if anything. Stand near Edward for instructions. Okie dokie. I want to dig. I'm digging. French voiceover, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. All that kind of perspective work. You could work on another Lord of the Rings. Watching the behind the scenes, or more accurately skimming through them, because there was like multiple hours of behind the scenes footage of extras for every single film. But like seeing all of the different tricks, or like a variety of them that they used to get that forced perspective is just so cool. Cat and I are watching your stream. It's so dry here, they're ecstatic whenever I pet my cat. I get that sometimes where you like you pet them, or like you like kiss your partner or whatever, and it's just like a little zip. It just shocks you. I try to ground myself by touching metal. It's my habit from years of haphazardly PC building. Filmmaking is just pretty cool. I just love the shots where you have like the actors acting their hearts out on like a little sound stage, and meanwhile there's just like a big dude with like a beanie and some glasses and like a big fan and some fake snow just like and it just changes the atmosphere of everything like altogether. And meanwhile like it's cool to see actors acting because you forget about it when you're watching the show. I'm saying the dumbest words that have ever been spoken. Like, obviously that's how it works, but it makes me happy when I see the behind the scenes because it's just so silly looking. Have the urge to watch Game of Thrones. Is it any good? I would say it's worth at least one watch if you're interested, as long as you are apprised of all of the various trigger warnings. There's some content in that show. I do have an objective. That's true. I almost didn't notice. Talk to Nerobin, get some books. Talk to Nerobin. Do I have the books? I'm still 0 of 1. I talked, I promise. Okay, we did it. Or something. I still have the objective. But it gave the 50 pages. Maybe I can do it again. There we go. I like saving up all of my tomes and opening them all at the very end. I think I might be bugged. Yeah. I guess I could reload. That couldn't hurt. Coffee good. Deliver it back. Check the mini map. But my quest log still says 0 of 1 talked to Narobin. Told to pull 6 weeds, only 2 spawned. Oh, weird. I guess it is somewhat new. That did work though. Yeah, it's a wait. What did I get in the mail? Mail from the postmaster. Oh yeah. I won a transmog roll and raid for some bracers. You gotta love getting a new bracer appearance. I am so out of... I think we're... Actually, I don't know if we're done with our Wednesday night, but we're done with our Thursday mandatory nights. I haven't gotten anything. I think I need to turn up... I need to trade up some Worm's Crest, because I'm capped on Worm's Crest. I haven't needed them for ages. I do need Aspect Crest, and I know it's like a 6-to-1 ratio. And I should just like do some 16s or whatever, but... I don't know, I don't really want to. And if I'm sitting on 420 Worm's Crest that I can't do anything with, I may as well trade them up just to get a couple more upgrades on them. I've got like some Hero 4 of 6 items, Hero 4 of 6 trinket. Are you trying to grow back your own? No, not at all. Yeah. Hello, Hazel and Chat. Hi, Avashkov. How you been doing? I'm a tome comber. Complete tomes while participating in the big dig. Oh, you betcha. Going with the new upgrade system crazy fast. It really is. It's fun on alts too. I'm still having some issues with my PvP add-ons, but I do want to do a little bit more shuffle. I guess if I don't do it on stream, I can always do it off stream later. Book beetles. Book beetles! Couldn't possibly be good. 50 pages. Well, that was nice and easy. I feel like I'm getting more tasks this morning. I wonder if it's because I'm in, there's like not as many people as there were yesterday. How was your day yesterday? How was my day yesterday? It was alright. I had a good stream. I had a good raid night. I took a couple of good walks with the dog and I managed to not wipe out violently. That was good. I was a little worried about that with the ice. I didn't do a whole lot else, but I think that's okay. I managed to not do the things that I know make my brain worse. I managed to stay off my phone. I managed to stay off of any kind of scrolling, which was good. And, what did I make? Nothing. I didn't cook much yesterday. My partner made some sandwiches with that rye bread that I made, though. That was pretty good. That is the correct application for that rye bread is sandwiches. For a moment I thought I got -5 pages. Wait, information stuffed clue. Information stuffed clue. From where? From where? The blue things? The blue things. I'm coming. I'm helping. The button. No. Maybe there's like a big one, or maybe I have to get lucky. I need the game to do a little dance and a song and play like some trumpets and also like pulse the screen whenever I get a task so that I notice. Because otherwise I'm just like happily, you know, tinking away at the little thing. There must be a big one. Information stuffed clue. Maybe it's just luck. I might run out of time. I also ran out of my... Oh, there it is. My button. Okay, I have to try something else. This is not helping. Those ones, we have enough of those. Where is there... You think it would show on my map, like my mini map with like a big thing. I don't see anything though. Yeah, I've done like a ton of the glowy blue things though. I got to 5 of 5 a while ago and now I'm just getting nothing. It's the 0 of 1 that's sticking me. I was wondering if there was a glowy blue thing that was glowing more than the other glowy blue things that was like the big one. And I can't see it. It's too late now. It doesn't matter. It's over. It's over. Doom Shadow time. It's tricky when something's new like that to know if you're doing it wrong and misunderstanding, because that's possible because it's new and I don't know a lot of things yet, or if it's just not working quite right. Yeah, maybe something came out after 5 of 5 and I just didn't see it and I flew away. That's okay. We got a couple books. Green book. Green book. Blue book. Green notes. A lot of green books. Where's my purple books? Tomes collected 6. Is it random what color it gives you next? This is the only location for the dig this week. It's possible that it will move elsewhere next week. These feel like they take half the time of the super bloom. Any luck? What did I get? Just green stuff. Okay. And then we can open all these. Fragments. Fragments. I started tracking mysterious fragments in my bags. You can click on any currency and you can show it on your backpack. Because I want to keep an eye on how close I am to 20,000 without having to go back. So, no transmog from that one, but you know, couple gold. Some old root vegetables. Can vendor those. I'm just gonna vendor that too. I can leave her here and go back to dragon racing. I want to do these 4 quests, but I'm gonna finish the Outland races first. Or at least do more of them. Widdly wee, thank you very much for the bits. In lieu of a channel points redeem, my payment for a possibly off-screen boop for the certified best boy of all dogs, Mr. Moose. I will get him for you, I promise. Super blooms 15 plus minutes. I swear they take like 18 and it seems like an eternity. I'm so impatient. I haven't done one in ages. Got a clay scale Hornstrider from that dig. Congrats, 7th Saga. More to do during this. Someone else grabs weeds. You're just kind of sitting there. Yeah, there's definitely like less waiting around, it feels like. Did I do this one already? Must have done. It's so much faster getting around to the different dig, or not the digs, the different dragon races when you can dragon ride to them. It's great. I was in despair in doing them for my Lego. Haven't done any of the Night Elf stuff yet. I haven't done it yet either. The cosmetics look pretty, but I thought you just kind of ran around and looted them. I don't know if there's much to... I guess I don't know what there is to do out there. It's a great question. Bloom gather? The fighting's so boring. Yeah, I will be honest. I try to time it so I show up in the last like 5 minutes maybe, because you can get your 50 bloom for the weekly pretty easily in like, you know, a minute or two, and then just tag the last boss and call it good. I picked up the quest for the Outland Cup in Valdraken, where the vendors are. It's right behind the... If you know the rostrum where you customize your dragon in Valdraken, it's right by there. It might also be in the adventure journal, but you can pick it up on by the vendors, and you can also like preview all the new stuff to see if you like it. I wonder if I maybe should have done all these on like reverse as well for an extra, like, 3 tokens per... Well, I don't know. The 80 that you get for doing all of them once is a pretty big incentive to do it on a couple of characters. It's just a lot of travel time. Hound of Grand, and then Zangarmarsh, Blade's Edge, and Netherstorm. What do you get for doing the Outland races? They released a new transmog that you can get. An Outland Drake Racers transmog of some kind. And then there's a manuscript of possibilities that you can apply to your Drake that lets it pick a randomized customization every time you mount up on it. Reverse and advance are free as long as you don't care about getting gold time. Yeah, but if I'm only getting them, if I'm only getting like a silver or a copper, that's only 1 or 2 badges. I actually think I have extra badges left over on some other character? Maybe? Oh, it doesn't matter. Best scheduled event they did was probably Time Rifts. Odd how they missed the mark on Super Bloom. It is a bit strange how... I think that the seed planting aspect of Super Bloom, like the Emerald Bounty, is not bad. It's just the actual Bloom March itself that gets quite boring. Stupid briar patch with its stupid branches everywhere. Listen, you just gotta let Moose at it. He'll snap them all right off. Free sticks. I don't love that. I almost missed that. I did not know where I was going. But yeah, I'm curious as to what the time investment is to get like 100% of things from archives. Because obviously the currency vendors require like a ton of currency. Having to wait for the seeds is the dumb idea. Don't know how that made it to life. I don't mind it so much, but that's because I don't stick around and wait for them. I plan a bunch of them in a big circuit, and then I do the lap again and pick them all up when they're done. 1,500 more fragments for the mail. I need that two-handed mace transmog. I don't even play characters that use two-handers very often. Like, this is one of them, of course, but like, you know, I only really play her if it's an emergency and somebody needs her. Somebody sends up the Hazel Blood DK bat signal and goes, "We need you to tank. There's no other way." I think you only got to silver in that last race. Oh, okay. I do my seeds while I'm eating lunch. Plant. Wait while I eat. Scary needs that two-handed mace. I mean, it would kind of slap with this transmog. With the Gilnean Noble Mog. It'd be pretty good. You never see Barnaclus's weapon. It would be wasted on Barnaclus. You never look at Druid weapons, especially if they're like... I guess actually, if he's Resto, then yeah, you could see it. That's a good point. If he was a bear, as he was, you know, born to be. But he's not a bear, is he? He's Blossom Bringer Barnaclus. And he's beautiful. Feels funny gearing up 2 druids. Not that I'm gonna cave and like switch to just using one of them, but I've got my Culturian and my Night Elf druid that are both in current season gear now. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't know how on earth I didn't hit any of that. Small miracles. Man, this is making me a little tiny bit nostalgic for questing in these zones. I haven't quested in Outland in forever. Back when they used to make you level through either Outland or Northrend, when they kind of broke it, into a level band like that, I used to always pick Outland over Northrend. I would do half of Hellfire, I would do Zangermarsh, and I would maybe do the first half of Nagrand, and that would get me through that level band. But it's been a long time since they've dumped that whole thing. Okay. Not too bad. Love the music. You'll have to do it in Cataclassic anyway. Okay, I'm going to take a very short, very early break. And then when I come back, we've only got 4 more of these races to do, and then we can see how many badges we got. Cat streamer. Hi. Alright, let's see. Carefully. Hellfire is brutal at 58 in quest screens. Yeah. That was... I used to do... You would go across either side of the big gap in the middle, and there was like siege engines that you would plant bombs by. Zangermarsh was my favorite because it featured a beautiful variety of kill quests. You know, you get your diaphanous wings from the moths, and you get your stingers from the nether rays. And I've always been partial to like Hemet and Essingwary areas and anywhere else where they just give you like a ton of straight up kill quests, because they were always so straightforward, especially when the other quests were funkier and fussier. Sometimes you just want to get on a hunter and you want to go kill like 24 nether rays to get a couple of quest drops. This zone, Zangermarsh, was my favorite of the Outland zones. Tarkar was pretty with the twisty trees, but I love the big mushrooms. And I like the dungeons out here too. All the Coilfang Reservoir dungeons are neat. Big fan of Underbog. I used to do the Sporagar rep on every character before they made pets account wide because I needed the Spore Bat on every character. I couldn't stick to a main, despite the fact that back then it was a lot harder to switch to alts because you had to get everything all over again, but I didn't care. Every character I played was gonna need their own Spore Bat. Is that it? Oh yeah, Blade's Edge Brawl, Tempest Keep Sweep, and then the Eco Dome Excursion. Easy as that. I wanted the Spore guys to be playable. There we go. That's the campaign that we need. Forget Ethereals. Forget Ogres. I'm team playable Sporagar. That was the name of the faction. What was the name of the race of the mushroom people? Are they also the Sporagar? Erikoa. Must have pet in every character was the Sprite Darter Hatchling. That's a good one. Sporelings? Yeah, that sounds right. Kitty, you getting down? Are you leaving? You can leave if you want. You can go take a nap. You've got a variety of beds. You know, one day you're going to figure out, and I mean, you can't right now because the gate's still there, but you're going to figure out that that dog is warm. And that he doesn't move a whole lot when he's napping. And you're going to be onto some new tech. Despised Blade's Edge pre-flying. This was the zone that I spent the least amount of time in because the quests out here were pretty awful. The reputations out here were pretty awful. there just wasn't a whole lot doing that was very appealing to me. I didn't mind the aesthetic of it. I thought the spikes were kind of cool. But that's about the end of it. I like Netherstorm a lot. Netherstorm's pretty cool. I wonder, maybe when, actually, I don't know if it's going to apply to quest grains. I guess we'll have to find out. If the War Within thing about learning transmog even when you can't wear it also applies to quests, then it would give you, like, all of the transmog that quest could have given for any class. If that's the way it works, I might need to come do all of these quests, like, one more time. Because I have a lot of quest transmogs learned, but I'm sure I'm missing some off pieces. For various armor types. Probably plate. The spikes look like a scalp under a microscope. As in, like, hair or something else? Oh yeah, it does kind of look like... You're right, actually. I never, ever thought of that. Look at me. I'm lice. Oh, with an alt graveyard, they allowed you to choose between Outland and Northrend. I always picked Northrend. Northrend had more modern quests, and they were better. And I would usually, if I had to level in Northrend, I would usually go Borean Tundra. And I would spend a bunch of time out there. But Northrend was just cold. I think thematically, I just wasn't that interested in the undead. I didn't really care about the Scourge thing. And then it just looked chilly out there. I was chilly enough at home, you know? My favorite Northrend zone is Sholazar Basin because it does not look chilly. Yeah, Fjord looked cooler than Tundra, but Tundra had the better quests. Yeah, if the quest transmogs were retroactively granted, then I'm like A+ all good. But I don't know. I guess I just don't think I'm that lucky. Why am I not using Surge? Once upon a time, someone told me it wasn't better than pressing a bunch of. Oh no, that is Surge. Never mind. You mean like Whirling Surge, or Surge Forward? Anyway, someone yelled at me for using the spinny one once, and and now I'm scared. Zildrak F2's out for me. But for the races anyways, I often won't use all my vigor because I feel like if I'm not going at maximum speed, I'll have an easier time avoiding obstacles. Yeah, they're both apparently called Surge. There's Whirling Surge and Surge Forward. I don't know. Flabby always opens up with a Whirling Surge to get speed right away, and that looks pretty good to me. Somebody was telling me once that you're better off just spamming the one cost one. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think they're both fine. Do you think they're going to continue? Obviously, we're keeping dynamic flying. Do you think they're going to continue to do racing as world quests? Or do you think that's like specific to Dragonflight? I've never had that thought before, and now I'm curious. I hope so too. I like them as world quests. And not just... Okay, mainly because they give me a bag with 500 gold in it. But not just because they give me a bag with 500 gold in it. Why would they put it in the old world if they weren't considering it? I was just, I get, you're right. You're right. It just seemed that having dragon racing for World Quest was a bit of a Dragonflight thing. Like, I'm not expecting us to see, I'm not expecting us to get the, like the photography World Quest again. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll bring those ahead too. Yeah, like in War Within, like in the next batch of War Within, will we have War Within world quests that are like dynamic flight racing, even though we're not in Dragonflight anymore. I miss the barrel daily from Mom. I miss a lot of the Puzzle World quests. I liked a lot of the BFA calligraphy. I liked the Nagitar puzzle. I mean, a lot of people like the Nagitar puzzles. Who doesn't want to play Bejeweled? Yeah, as long as it's not the hot air balloon. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I like the photography. I loathe the balloon. The Feldraz's balloon is just awful. It's way harder than the rest of them. For no reason. Yeah, Emerald Dream had Photography World Quest, but Emerald Dream is also still part of Dragonflight. I'm asking about War Within. This mop in general. Can we skip Cat and just go to Pandaria straight away? The Legion Kirin Tor ones, some of them I liked, and some of them... I was not such a fan of the obstacle course ones. I forget what they were called, but you know what I mean? They had like the big arcane purple barriers. They would reset you to the beginning if you like hit anything. Those were not my cup of tea. Yep, I am still doing raid boss guides. I still need to do one more for Amir Drasil. It's kind of late for Amir Drasil, but it'll help somebody for season 4. Oh, I liked the lay race ones actually. I thought the Mana Sabers were kind of fun. Heading in. Have a great day. See you later, Mr. Sonic Gen. There is no redeeming quality to the Feldraz this one. And this area is quite pretty. This is making me want to like do a Mog run. Slam through Tempest Keep and see what I get. How fun are the Outland races? I think they're pretty cool. I like them a lot. Let's take her back to Valdraken and see what we can buy here. Which course is the hardest? I know the Blade's Edge one is unpopular. I had trouble with the Ecodome one, actually. That one threw me for a little bit. The Goblin Zeppelin City one in Twilight Highlands is by far my favorite. Okay, turn this in. Auchindoun Advanced, 100%, not even close. So now Scary has 117 badges, many of which were just from the thing. So that's what the Outland. So it's just a recolor of our original Drake Racer's outfit. And if you just do all of the races one time and get gold on presumably most but not all of them, because I think I missed one or two, you have enough to buy all of the transmog. You would need to do more if you wanted to buy the manuscript. I'm not going to mess with that. I don't think that's important to me. I need to buy a new I wonder if I can afford, what do they call it? Like armor kit? Leg plates? Item level. Agility or strength. Stamina. Sure. I feel like that's not the one I'm supposed to have, but it's probably better than nothing. Nixie Raid's my favorite. Still trying to get the mount. Have you gotten it? Yeah, I do have that one. It's a pretty cool mount. Yeah. Oh. Nixian Drake. I wouldn't say I don't have all mounts that drop in raids, but I have a good chunk of them. I have the majority of raid drop mounts. More than half. Maybe more than 3/4 to my leg armor. I thought you'd love the manuscript. Yeah? We're gonna check on... So I'm good with that. I'm gonna mog her new shirt on, actually. She's increasingly gonna be dressing up like a like an archivist the more pieces I get. I dress like a clown in game, and dang it, I want my drink to match. Welcome back, kitty cat. The rarest mount that I own, according to the Mount Journal Enhanced data, is the Golden Regal Scarab. Supposedly, according to that, 0.2% of players have got this one. It's fairly recently added. It's 1.2 million gold. It's only on the vendor until August. And it's a recolor of a trading post mount, so I'd understand why it's not like the most wildly popular thing. But that apparently. And then you've got some TCG mounts after that. Do I not have any filters on? The raid meta mount for the current raid is still fairly rare as well. Less than 1% of people with that one. Because stuff like the Swift Spectral Tiger is rare, but just because of how desirable it is and how long it's been available, over 1% of players have those now. Spell Tome. Soaring Spell Tome is at 1.69% of players. According to last I checked, Mount Journal Enhanced had its data supplied by Rarity Raider. They don't have that indicated in the mouse server anymore, so maybe they get their data from somewhere else, but anyway, I'm inclined to trust it. Okay, let's work on these quests for a bit. We got 22 minutes before the next dig. I'm gonna pop myself to the Forbidden Reach if I can. And I'm gonna pop myself to the Forbidden Reach first. Although we are closer to the Caverns, aren't we? Yeah, there's a Caverns entry point right over there. I guess I can do that. Buckmat, so fun. Did you farm for the honey weapon? I farmed for a little while and then I didn't get it, and then my friend got one and gave it to me. That's a flabby donation. Mount Journal Enhanced. Right? Yeah, Mount Journal Enhanced gives you the rarity data for your mounts. I love that add-on a lot. It's great. It's been ages since I've flown into the caverns on purpose. I can barely see with all this wind. There we go. Favorite tavern or cum spot in WoW? I do. I don't want to tell you. This is my secret. Everybody needs a nice secret place. They can just go when they just want to relax. Trying to get the Blazing Drake on and off for a couple of years now. Those are pretty mounts. I like the Alexstrasza look of them. Tempted to check for Karokta, but it's not like I can solo it anyways. I had a nice calm spot, but then Hereticron destroyed it. Oh no. What do you want? Start the dig, please. I think I like the other type of quest better than this one. I think this is my least favorite part of the archives. Not that it's difficult, it's just... I don't know, it's got a lot of steps. Oh, I started a little late. You can do the Gilneas thing on Horde. It should have the same rewards. There's a toy that you get if you do it on a Worgen. Or maybe you get the toy, but the only Worgen can use it. Is, possibly what's going on with that. But yeah, I've got the Gilnean Noble set mogged on my Blood DK. Or my Magheart Orc Blood DK. It's a bit rocky. Solid foundation. Just the elemental, this one also has a hat. It's more noticeable on the water elemental. That is the main redeeming part of these quests for me, is the fact that the elemental wears an outback hat. I do still need to get Godfrey spectacles. Outland races didn't take me as long as I thought they were going to today, so I think I'll have time for that. Maybe after the next dig. And before the following one. If I wrap up these quests and then the world quests, I might go fishing. I have not done the Glow Blossom. What is the Glow Blossom? I've not heard of that. Only Worgen can get it? I feel like if you get these right away, you only have to like click on it the once. You don't have to then go cool it down to put it back in the middle area. And then one major find. Is it worth doing the dig more than once a week on the same character? I have been. You have additional chances to get loot from the tomes and from the last boss. I got my mount on like my 3rd or 4th dig of a week on one character. Oh. Well, that's kind of cool. But you definitely get your biggest chunk of fragments from your weekly quest. So if you're just trying to get the vendor stuff, you could make an argument for only doing that. Statue excavated. Okay. So I put down my totem. Click the totem. Too rocky, needs fire. This is so funny. Oh, too much. To be fair, it wasn't my finest moment when I put the totem in the artifact. Maybe a little off to the side next time. It's called the Crystalline Glow Blossom, the mount is called. Oh, I haven't heard of it yet. Already got the random drop mount for the Archivist event. Nice. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's incredibly rare. Okay. But maybe we both got lucky. Do you know how to unlock the new Cheetah fast travel form? Don't know why it's not part of the base kit. Shows it is unlocked, but the source info won't load. I don't know. If it shows it as unlocked but it won't pull up, that sounds more like a bug to me than like an extra requirement. I suppose I could be Dragonriding around to make this faster. Apparently they fixed the booty shorts in the new Worgen mod set. Did it have booty shorts? Does it want booty shorts? Do we need booty shorts? Because I usually do. That's funny. Definitely. Yes. Always need them. Because I thought it was pants. But I'm in that new patch state of mind. I don't know if you guys feel like this, but whenever a new patch drops lately, I spend the first 3 to 7 days just feeling like my head is full of french fries. Because I'm just trying to, I guess I'm trying to just, you know, get to grips with how all the new things work. And learning hurts, apparently. Learning makes my brain feel crunchy, and I feel better once it's over with, but the first couple of days is always a lot. Oh. Getting these one-time quests done feels good, though. Oh, the 3D parts of the pants were 2D, so it looked really weird. Oh. I see. Now I want french fries. Okay, so now that I've done that, I've unlocked the Zarelek world quest. Which we can do for 638 gold and presumably also some mysterious fragments? Oh, initializing, why are you so slow? I have a helm thing in my bag. I've lost track of all context for what that could mean. I have a helm thing. Filter for attuned items and locations. Why? For what? Like I said, head full of french fries. I think I really hate the new quests. They're new. I think some of them I like better than others. The totem digging one is the worst one. This is not so bad. It's a little fussy, but, or not fussy, it's just a little lengthy, but it's at least a fairly straightforward thing to do. Yeah, I'm happy about weekly charges for Catalyst too. It's nice that you can basically get, I mean, we've had the charges accrued already anyway, but pretty much free 4 pieces as soon as you can get catalyzable pieces on alts. Also feel like that way in a new patch take twice as long due to my ADHD brain. Impressed they managed to make archaeology worse. I mean, they're very careful not to call it archaeology, which is, it's all very strange. It's like they want to do archaeology, but they're also like really against it. For the Technoscrying World quest, you have the helm fort in your bag. Oh, I see. I think I was confused because I'm just not on that world quest right now. I thought maybe I needed it for this one, but this one's working okay. Okay. 9 more minutes for the dig. doing that world quest gave me 300 rep with the archives, 638 gold, supplies, crests, no mysterious fragments. I got a couple of items that turn into fragments, but I don't know if those were from the world quest or if I had them already. I might have had them already from doing just the side quest. But anyways, it's still good for rep, which seems pretty gated. Bless you. Katie's sneezing a bunch. Okay. All right. Can we do... So yeah, there's a Technoscrying quest. Yeah, that'll be good. Those ones aren't so bad. I kind of like the hot and cold minigame. Just got the Winter Night Dream Saber. Congratulations! People were discussing in the TNE stream that the Archives event is likely the replacement for archaeology going forward. I'd rather it return as a profession opposed to an occasional public event. Yeah. I guess so. It feels like an absolutely pointless distinction to make, but I feel like, and this is kind of, I don't know, dense of me, I suppose, because obviously there's a lot that they have in common. I just don't feel like the removal of archaeology has a whole lot to do with this as an event. They feel like different things to me, and I feel like they wanted to break up with the archaeology independently of, you know, doing this new separate thing. But that might be just me being dense. I was close. Oh? Ah. Have we found a reason for the archive rep yet? They did promise that everything to do with Archivist is just for cosmetics. They said that it has nothing to do with combat power. I wonder if we get faster for this as we get a feel for it. Anything over here? Oh, yeah. Watch you get some legendary room with 550 item level stats. Oh, that would be controversial. Oh, do we get rep rewards? I still don't know. I don't have any rep thresholds. There must be something. They can't possibly have added the rep for no reason. I mean, I guess they could, but it would be a strange choice for them to make. I just don't know what you get yet. Somebody must. Somebody must have done it in testing. Got the Scepter Vajikir finally? Nice! Congratulations. This is a cool one. There are some pretty relevant reps. Irrelevant is a relevant term, though. If I was going to be annoying about it. Oh, this guy. Really? Oh, I didn't pick it up. Yeah, that seemed a lot faster than the other one. The last one I need because I can't stand it. Five levels of rip and all I got was this t-shirt. I feel like jewel crafting and inscription are still around and relevant. It's like they've had to really scramble, especially with inscription. Gems have kind of always been a thing. They're less important than they were in TBC, but like they're still a thing. Inscription they've had to reinvent like a bunch of times just because, you know, they keep deleting the feature that it was designed to create or like changing what it means. But I liked making missives. I used inscription and I made, what did I make? I think I made a staff for my undead priest. I used it for something. Do you have any idea how much the lariats made JC's? Lots, I'm assuming. JCers also had the forbidden retreat. Yeah, I would put JC around on par with enchanting, in just that it's just one of those things that's not going anywhere. It doesn't have a complicated job, but it continues to have a job. They just can't really come up with anything else good for them to do. Engineering's always been kind of like a funky prof for like toys and gadgets, though. That is the zips and zorps of professions. They always have something. I always like having an engineer around just to, for the extra B-res. They don't even need to be an engineer anymore, but in Shadowlands they did. But yeah, you couldn't pay me to take engineering. I've never... It always seemed like a profession that promised to do nothing so well as to obliterate my bag space. I'm an alchemy herb kind of girl. Okay. And now there's a... Yeah, we got another world quest. I got 2 minutes before the dig starts. I could just go, but we're right here. We're already right here. Get another 617 gold, plus some rep. I was kind of hoping that... Oh, I'm already, like, really close to something. Well, getting farther. Colder. Colder! Warmer. Oh. Yeah, I think I agree. I think if they eventually do player housing, then there is lots of room for lots of professions to make various furnishings and things that could augment that. I usually keep my minor nameplates turned off for PvP, and then it drives me nuts whenever I come back. I wish it was character specific. I thought it was around here. Maybe it's inside this cave thing. I don't want to miss the next dig. I guess I can always come back. World quests are around for days. Dig only comes up every so often. We're going. Where do you do this archive stuff? The current dig is in the Azerspan, and the breadcrumb for the quests, the unlocking quests, are... There's a poster in the inn in Veldraken that'll get you started. Update still not updating. We had a guildie last night who showed up to raid and was on time for raid, but their game spent so long initializing that we had killed Farak, we had cleared the entire heroic raid, and the raid was over. And they logged in, like, right at the end. Like, they logged in halfway through our final pull of the night, and they didn't get to raid at all. It was an enormous bummer. We also haven't had any legendaries drop off Farak in a while. We had one drop like a number of weeks ago for one of our paladins. And it's been probably like 4 clears since then. With people like, you know, stacking up their bad luck protection items and everything and nothing. I'm kind of glad it's not me this time. Haven't had a second one drop either, even for people plugging in guild. Alright, we made it. I haven't even collected any tomes yet. So, I guess a question I have that I can answer for myself here is pre-made groups, custom find a group. Do people do dig groups? And if so, are dig groups really good for getting lots of tomes? There's one group for the dig. I see, I signed up as heals. Oops. Not that it really matters. Love how Godfrey's glasses look. I think I might try for this meta achievement. I haven't done, and it's a bit strange because I didn't bother getting the meta for like the Researchers Under Fire or anything like that. And I don't know that I would really use the Isles Archivist title either. But I don't know. I like the archives, and I feel like it would be fun to kind of make it like a thing. Besides, this one, Tenured Archivist, is for just finishing the rep. Goggle Wobble seems fairly straightforward. Goggle Wobble was for doing like a dance with Zenata, I think, in a couple of different places. It's updating! It's updating! Yeah. The Researchers Under Fire meta scared me off because it seemed like you were in competition with other players in the Researcher thing to do things like collect fragments and turn them in. Can't even click on these. I wonder why that won't load. What do you what you decide to do in game is so random. It's just whatever you feel like. I don't know how else you would decide what to do in game. Alphabetical order? Alphabetical order would be funny. There's some add-on that just takes every possible activity, transmog piece, achievement. I mean, I guess it's all the things. If all the things had an alphabetical order, that would be hilarious. Like, alright, we gotta go collect all the transmog that starts with A. Fine with Zereth Mortis being at the bottom of that list. You know what? I guess Azerothian Archives starts with the A. Starts with 2 A's. Your group needs more druid. I feel like druids are overrepresented in collector circles. I feel like in any place where you're looking at like mount farms, which is funny because druids often don't ride mounts. They sometimes do. But any kind of collection thing, I feel like you always get a bunch of druids. Easy to get around in a druid. That's a great point. That's true. I'm curious to see how many tomes you get in like a full group finder raid like this. They're nice in this event for the speed boost for everyone to run from pile to pile. Is there any secret technique for clicking on a dig pile that's just been like obliterated by people? Do you just zoom in super far? Interact key. Ooh. When you're right, you're right. I'll have to try that next time. Use the interact key. Ho 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 ho. I love it when there's an actual answer. Yeah, that works real good. Oh, and double purple tomes back to back. I need to keep an eye on my thing so I notice if I get instructions. There is an interact key. You can enable it in your options. If you go to your options and you search interact in the bar, you'll find its little checkbox and you can choose what key you want to assign it to. I believe the default key is F. I stuck mine on H because I use F for combat. Anyone else having the hardest time picking up speed in the Auchendrane races? Some people were talking about Auchendrane being one of the toughest ones to get the advanced scores on. What is your favorite public event out of the many in Dragonflight? Probably either this or Time Rifts, with Soup being a close third. I think part of what was so joyful about Soup was just the novelty of it, too. I wonder if in a mega group like this, you can do the entire event and just never get a task and you just excavate the entire time. Something happened, but then... but then it just told me to wait for instructions some more. First event, never got a task. Excavating 80% of the time when there's tons of people. I like excavating miles better now that I've learned that you can interact key it. That's a great idea. Got stuck pulling weeds with no weeds. Made for a boring excavation. I found that when I was pulling weeds, it only had 2 weeds. But then when I collected those 2, more spawned. I had to like find the existing weeds before it spawned more. My Mog looks like this right now. It's like a combination of Archivist Mog, the Glazer Mace, I've got the Archivist backpack on, I've got the Workman's shirt. I gotta put my Archivist shirt on, actually. But yeah, doing a full group seems pretty good for tomes. I definitely feel more like grinding this than I did like grinding Time Rifts. Time Rifts I was pretty content to do weekly, and then eventually I stopped even doing that. Nowadays, if I was committing to it, I would probably do a daily Time Rift with the free encapsulated destiny you get from the Aeon's Fringe daily, now that I know about that. But this I could just do all day. At least for now. I'm sure eventually I'll feel like I have either all of the stuff or enough of the stuff. But the currency grind would take a long time. Oh, nice. Somebody got the Clayscale Hornstrider from... Actually, a few people got Hornstriders from just the bags that they opened. Got the chicken from a tome. Nice, yeah. My weeds was under a dig pile. Ooh. That sucks. That does seem kind of iffy. I like that this boss does not take nearly as long to kill as... Madam Superbloom does. I forget her name. Verlan. Verlan Timber Crush. She takes forever. Doom Shadow just gets popped. It does mean you gotta be kind of on the ball to like tag it, but... And any stuff? Some items? More people getting their Hornstriders? Nice. And then there's nothing else to turn in, so I can just leave the group. Open up some of that. And then we'll open up all my... And then Purple Tome. 292 fragments. Purple Tome, yeah. So I'm up to 12k fragments. Up to 12k fragments. I gotta go back and finish. I gotta go back to the caverns and finish that world quest I was halfway through. I can't just leave it unfinished. And then Forbidden Reach for the next ones. Got them out from a book thingy. A blue thing. Oh, nice. That's good to know. It seems like they're pretty common then. Like, it's not super difficult to get them. See, I didn't have any luck pressing the percent bar to start digging. Somebody told me that yesterday and I tried it and I couldn't get it to work. I don't know if they had an add-on that enabled it or if I had an add-on that blocked it. But, I had much better luck with the interact key. Your opinion, is it better to purchase time rift mounts or farm them? I mean, it's RNG. I've bought all the time rift mounts that I've gotten, except for the Horde and Alliance ones. I did not get, I don't think, any of them to just drop. The digs are every hour, but they start at half past the hour. So one just finished at 10:30 server. There will be another one at 11:30 server. Need to continue farming at least until someone gives me one. I wonder if there's any Discord you could ask around on where somebody like might just have one in their banks. I know people had like extras that they were just sitting on, or at least I thought that was the case. Okay, I made it halfway through this daily, and I'm getting my 617 gold if it's the last thing I do. Can I look at this achievement yet? I might need to reload. You can pick up the quest for the Outland Cup. People were saying the Adventure Journal has it. I got it from right by the vendor. If you go to the rostrum in Valdrakken, where you customize your Draken Valdrakken, there's an NPC there that has the quest. Are you excited for Earth and Dwarves to be playable? I suppose. I'm not upset about it. I wouldn't say I've got it like marked on my vision board for the year, but that's just me being cranky. I have regular dwarves and dark iron dwarves. Actually, do I have both of them? I might not. I don't know that I need a third dwarf race. I'll take it though. I want to play the humanoid Nerubians. I would like a centaur or a dryad. I want to be just like Tarandrella. I'm turning miner and minions back on. Presumably 2 more things to find here. I want playable cows. Have I got the good news for you? As a centaur, I would be a hunter. As a dryad, I would be a druid. Maybe a mage. Imagine a dryad arcane mage. That would be pretty cool. What if Naga just ride all them outside saddle? They just, they put their little fishy tail. They just squinch it up and stick it on one side. I vote Centaur Rogue. If Torin can do it, why not? This morning, when I was out walking in the snow, that reminds me, there was, I like looking at the footprints that everybody leaves. You can see people with big boots and small boots. You can see a little kid walked by here. Doggy walked by here, kitty cat here, and then there was hoof prints out too because there's deer around here. And you can see that last night, after the snow fell, the deer were just walking around looking for stuff. I have not explored the new Night Elf City yet. That's on my list of things to do this week. So pretty. Excited for the weapon mods. I'm trying not to mount up again because every time you mount up you have to put your goggles back on. Also, these things don't have insane amounts of health. Guess it must be this way. Disappointed the Night Elf City's got no quests, just transmog to pick up. If we ever get Murlocs, I'll be over the moon. I mean, never say never. I like the wacky races, but that's mainly because I've already found my main. So I don't, you know, I'm not really looking for another super serious. I cannot find the last thing. Would it be up the tower, maybe? We have dog people, cat people when? They kind of made cat people in Oldham. Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. She's holding my hand. It's alright. Yeah, it's not up here. The Tolvir. Cats, man, they never sneeze just once. Thought you were lagging for a second. Oh. Alright, I gave up. Well, we checked over on this side. Maybe it's like... I feel like I checked over here too. Well, this is just too far. I love these things. I think it's just because their legs are extremely long. It makes them appealing. There's no way that I, like, bugged it out, right? By doing some of it and then coming back. Wadcat guy's called in Tanan. Saberon, maybe? It might have been the Saberon. I sympathize, Kira. I also get sneezers. Alright, I'm looking it up. When in doubt, wow it. Mysteries. I mean, it's pretty new, so it's possible that there isn't a lot of comments on this yet. So for more random locations. They're all comma around like 50. Cursor 50. They're all around like that latitude, roughly. Which I guess helps a little bit. Another potential fix for people stuck at 67, toggling war mode on, finally pinged my third item after that. Turning on war mode. Or toggling war mode, okay. Alright, so this sucks because we have to leave and then come back. But let's go back to the city, and then we'll turn war mode on, and then we'll come back down here. We'll turn it on and then off again. Because I think it's just bugged. I think it's just stuck. Do you play any retro games? Been down an SNES rabbit hole lately of nostalgia. Well, that sounds fun. I think the most retro game I really play is just the games that I played as a kid. And I'm not, you know, I'm not young, but I'm not old either. I'm talking like Pokemon Blue is about as retro as I get. I haven't played it in forever. Let's turn this on and then turn it off. Yeah, try that. Oh my goodness, let's see. Yeah, hang on a second. Let me see what I can do. I have a button for this chat settings. Let's sub only for a second. And then let me do this. Usually the, The filters are usually pretty good at that. I'm gonna leave sub only on for a couple minutes here. WoW turns 20. Is it considered retro yet? I mean, by clothing standards, once it's 20, it's technically vintage. Actually, maybe we can turn it to follower only. That might be better. Followers only chat for a while. Oh, I see. Let's turn off sub only. Okay. We've got 10-minute follower only for now. Happen another stream. Someone's using a new thing. Yeah, you just gotta wait for the tech to catch up, I suppose. Okay, alright, we're heading back to the Forbidden Earth for the Caverns for that third time. Because I want my 617 gold, and they're not going to keep it from me. Oy. Guaranteed a timer reward, first one of the week. 5 of the items guarantee grant a reward. I don't know. I don't think you're guaranteed in your first one of the week. I think that the item is the only thing that can guarantee it to you. You get extra, like, stuff from doing the quest. You don't gotta walk around the desk. You can hang on my lap. It's comfy. You can sleep. I just got a cat. Congratulations. Haven't had one in 17 years. It's gonna be quite the experience. I bet it'll all come right back to you. Oh. Congrats on your new kitty. Played Chrono Trigger, Link to the Past a lot as a kid. It's nice to get back into that. What else would I want to play again? Replay my old Pokemon games. Yeah, probably mostly that. I think those are the ones that I spent the most time in that also hold up the best. The other games that I played as a kid were like, I don't know, cheap brand tie-in games that, that, you know, you would just get for Christmas or whatever, that were not necessarily particularly good, but you just played them because that was the game that you had. I had like a Kim Possible Game Boy Advance game that I played the daylights out of, but I don't know that it would hold up anymore. Replaying Kingdom Hearts right now. Also trying the handheld remasters for the first time. Tetris still holds up. You know what actually still held up for me? One of my favorite browser games from back in the day was Insane Aquarium, where you like click to make the fish food and feed the fish, and then you're like getting the coins and then buying the upgrades. You can get it on Steam now. And I did, and I replayed the entire thing, and I regret nothing. It was exactly what I wanted it to be. That was my, of all of the games on, I forget what it was called, like imbored.com or something like that. Of all of the browser games that I used to play, that was like the #1. Blizzard just added a new shop pet. Shop. The Hoplet. Aw, cute. Certain restrictions apply. Hoplet will leave the shop indefinitely at the end of February. Wears her Lunar Festival outfit year-round. Aw, that's cute. Fun. Some of those were hard. Disney's Aladdin and Lion King nearly gave me an ulcer. I had Disney's... I had the Lion King one. What else did I have? I had another one too. Used to be obsessed with Neopets. Yeah, same. I spent years on Neopets. Neopets was my WoW before I got into WoW. Oh, it's still around. I think you can still play the minigames. I used to get extremely worked up about Mirka Chase, and then the one with the dinosaurs, like it was like an endless runner Pterodax one. Yeah, I had a Guy Online phase as well, but I don't really remember anything good happening there. I think Guy Online is where we went to talk to people that probably shouldn't have been talking to underage kids. I'm going this way. There we go. Mom, I gotta go get my omelet. My Neopets are hungry. They used to live off those eggs. Okay. Hopefully that worked. Met several friends because of a guy that I'm still in touch with after all these years. I wanted to see my old Neopets better as a site now. It's changed hands a bunch of times from what I understand. My Neopets were always like starving to death. Strong guilt trips. I don't know if I ever had one. I might have had one, but I used to just love any kind of a digital pet, mostly because I think at the time I wanted real pets, and this was before we got like a family dog. And I think I wanted a Tamagotchi real bad. My true pre-WoW game was Toontown. I spent years of my childhood playing that. I used to like playing the Neopets version of Cheat. This is gonna drive me nuts. I used to like playing the Neopets version of Cheat. Except that it was, because it's a browser-based game and it only, and it worked on page refreshes. I was playing on a fairly old computer on a fairly terrible internet connection, you know, like in rural BC. And sometimes page loads would take like more than a minute to go through. And it would, real patience game. This is broken. Maybe I do need to come out here in actual war mode. I just don't want to fight anybody. Love the DS games too. I think I should give up and move on with my life. I think that's the answer here. Am I resetting the goggles after each find? I didn't have to before, but I've reset the goggles a number of times now. I'm stuck at 66. There's nothing else here. Check the platform at the edge. Which edge? You have any coordinates? I looked up the Wowhead coordinates and I've kind of patrolled along all those and I'm not getting any pings. Apparently I'm not the only person that's having this experience though. It's other people have also become bugged at 66. The gold dot on the minimap is just where you turn in. Well, I put a map pin because that was the latitude that Wowhead had all the discoveries on. You can turn. It's like the quest giver, but once you have your goggles, you don't need her anymore. I think it's bugged, but maybe I'm just here. I'll go poke around here. I'm pretty sure I looted something from here though. I'll reload again just for good measure. Because, yeah, we picked something up from over here. Found something there, took ages to find. Pretty sure I got that one. I'm just gonna hoof it all the way around to the other side. I have never mythic raided properly. I think we might have pulled like mythic Kargath once or twice in WoD. But I've always been a member of a heroic raiding guild. We've never tried to do mythic. I've never wanted to either. Yeah, we're too far down here. Missed the Turtle World quests. How have they been making it to the water? We're gonna get back to WoD or BFA and there's gonna be no turtles left. Oh, the only other idea I have is to come back actually in war mode and not just having toggled it on and off. And I can't decide if I'm stubborn enough to do that. It's not about the 617 gold anymore. Also, the Goggle Wobble achievement will no longer load. I looked at it in the journal previously, but you click on it. I don't have it, but it like won't show. And I've reloaded like a bunch of times. I just wanted to read what it was from because it's part of this thing. And I thought it was like an easy one where you just like dance with the NPC in different places. I mean, I guess I can just dance with her for good measure while wearing the goggles. So I danced with her. She sighed at me. Irritate Zanata by using slash dance while wearing the Technoscrying with the Azerothian Archives around the Dragon Isles. So Agira's Watch is one of them, and then you do it at the Concord Observatory and at Dragon Skull. And then you get that achievement, apparently. Although that doesn't help me with this. Alright. Never mind. We're going to the Forbidden Reach. We're moving on. It's fine. I didn't even get fragments from doing this the other time. But my fast travel's off cooldown, so I think I can just pop myself over here and then right there. That'll be good. Complete any site's entry. In the Tome of Archived Research. I don't really understand how that one works, but maybe it has to do with the world quests. We'll see. I wanted to do the pet ones in particular. Well, let's go to Dragon Skull Island. I can dance with her wearing the goggles there too. Complete any site's entry. Yeah. A lot of these don't seem like they need you to do anything crazy far out of the way. There we go. Got our slash dance done. Okay. This game's kind of fun. I wonder if it's down the hill. One. I wonder if I broke the world quest last time by, and I know this isn't the world quest version, but I wonder if I broke it last time by leaving before it was done. Because now I feel like I'm extra nervous to not go anywhere. Maybe a random thing. Shout out to your YouTube keypad videos. What are you using nowadays? At the risk of disappointing you, I switched back to a keyboard. But for reasons that were fairly specific to me. I still think keypads are great, but I don't use them anymore. I got a little nervous that they kept discontinuing my favorite model and I didn't like having to switch. And then a handful of occasions I needed to play WoW on setups at events that didn't have keypads and I couldn't add a keypad to it, and I found myself quite useless without one when I needed to play like that. It hasn't happened in years, but if I switched back to a keyboard. I still miss the movement on them. There's nothing quite like the thumbstick for moving a character around, especially if you're trying to move and DPS. It's just better. On the other hand, what was the last event you attended? Twitch Rivals 2019. Twitch head-to-head, the scavenger hunt event against Bajira in San Francisco. And then the pandemic happened, and then I never left home again. We stayed home forever and ever. Amen. Because it was BlizzCon and then it was that fairly shortly afterwards. Because I remember that was like January-ish. Would have been 4 years ago now. Doesn't feel that long ago. Yeah. Outside scary anyway. Yeah. It was a lot of energy. I don't mind flying, actually. Airports and flights don't bother me so much. It's the rest of traveling I don't like. I would maybe do events again one day, but I would have to be really convinced that it was worthwhile. And that's hard when you can do basically everything digitally now. Like, they can do all the announcements and all the events via stream, so there doesn't seem to be a huge reason to leave your home. Home is the best. It's certainly been good for my savings. Okay. Hate packing, stressing out over logistics. Oh, I got a primalist chest piece. Yeah. That's usually the big thing. Getting to and from airports and making sure you have all of the right bits and pieces and figuring out what luggage you need to bring and how and when and various documents. It's not so bad if you can pack super light and if you don't have any animals that you're arranging care for. But I think I would find it very difficult to go anywhere. Especially if I wanted to go somewhere with my partner and not just by myself. Because of Miss Kira and Mr. Moose. They're not traveling animals. Archives and requests sure do take a while. They do, yeah. That's true. I wonder why I don't mind so much. I feel like just because it's like a one-time thing. And then also, I guess it's all content, right? It's keeping me busy for a minute. There we go. Now I have that unlocked. And I think the world quest isn't up currently, but next time it is up, I'll have that one ready. The next dig is not for another 19 minutes. I probably have time to go out to Winglord's Perch. And do the Roska excavation as long as I hurry. I don't mind packing lists typically. I still have my old spreadsheets somewhere of packing for BlizzCon. Why travel in real life when you can travel in Azeroth? Aviation nerd, so I enjoy flying. I think I gotta get my passport renewed this year. I think my 10-year passport's finally about to run out. I think I got it done in like 2014. I think I'm about ready to need another one. Make sure I do that sooner rather than later. Not that I'm planning to go anywhere, but the last thing you want is to need to go somewhere and to realize that you need to get a passport in a hurry. No fun. No good. Makes me a plane snob. Oh, this fight uses an Airbus A320. How boring. I like organizing all of the different things to keep me busy. I like to stock up on entertainment for a flight. I find that kind of fun. So I usually, every time I take a big trip, not that I ever flew very far, all of the flights that I took when I was traveling for events and stuff, they were never longer than like, I don't know, an hour and a half, because I was just going up and down the West Coast. So it's not like they were super long, but I would still download like, you know, like a couple episodes of a show. I might start like a Netflix show just for the trip, or like I would start a fresh Stardew Valley save file on the iPad, or I don't know. One time I was playing Don't Starve on my laptop. That was fun. Going to Mexico this year? Don't even know where my passport is. Want to go to BlizzCon again one day? Mm-hmm. Oh, got another rock. I need those for achievements. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I got a shirt recently. Hang on. Sorry. Don't mean to disrespect the aggressive serve. I wanted to transmog my new archive shirt. Only used in a study abroad, aka party abroad trip for like 4 months. So it says it's a shirt, but it's actually a chest piece. Oh, so I could layer my work shirt underneath it if I want. I could have like my flannel peeking out from underneath my my shirt. That's cute. I don't think I will, but could do. Best graphics to lower for an FPS boost? I mean, if you have anything crazy like ray tracing on, I would kill that first. Following that, view distance, but shadows. I always turn shadows all the way down because I've never found them important, and they eat up a lot of graphic overhead. I found that's a good one. I usually kill shadows and then maybe I'll bring view distance down a little bit, but I notice view distance more than I notice shadows. I think I was watching somebody else do that, assuming that it was me doing it. Do I have anything off right now? Oh yeah, my shadows are on minimum. That's why there's just a little fuzzy circle under my character. My graphics. Let me see here. Yeah, we're natively at 3840 by 2160. It gets downscaled for stream. And then I have shadows all the way down. Liquids are pretty far down. Particles are up on high, but not ultra. My compute effects are, you know, medium. My view distance is maxed and my ground clutter's down a bit. And then my environmental detail's only on 5. But usually once I find something that works, I just kind of stick with it. I need to actually click on this. Enable FSR. Big FPS boost if you need. What does it do? Crude toy ducky. Forgot there's no up arrow at it. Look at turning some of those settings down. Feldrack at the slideshow most of the time. Yeah, I like the fancy graphics, but I will always take a smoother frame rate. It's like the DLSS, but the AMD variant. You've lost me. Downscales resolution, but uses algorithms to upscale it back up. Game looks the same, you gain FPS. Oh. Weird. My frames are as good as they're ever going to be. I think. My monitor is, my monitor is like 59.9 hertz, and when I have VSync on, it always caps me at 30 FPS because it does it by a fraction of my monitor's refresh rate. And when I turn VSync off, I get screen tearing, so I usually just live my life at 30 FPS. And I try not to worry about it. Hasn't ended my life just yet. We get by. Yeah. It's because I use a 4K monitor, and 120 hertz 4K monitors are really expensive, and it just didn't seem necessary. But I like having 4K so that I can make my, like, edit and view and make my videos in 4K and preview them that way, just for fun for YouTube. That's also not super necessary, but it's an indulgence. It's a big loss. But it's not going to get me above 30 FPS because VSync caps me there. So if I'm already at 30, I may as well be chilling. It's a loss, but a loss of what, you know? Cache XP. Oh yeah, I need to click on that thing. That's right. Oh yeah, I gotta drop my totem. Let's try not dropping it in the puddle. I feel like I was faster at these earlier in the stream. Oh, I see. Wait, no, that's the water spout. Where's my totem? I thought I dropped it. Blink. Oh, I see. There we go. Good evening, Hazel and Chat. I love these. Good evening. I'm a big fan of the archives. I've been having fun getting lots of transmog. Plus, we've just about unlocked all of the world quests. That one world quest that bugged was just an active one. It wasn't the unlock quest, so all of this is stuff that we just had to do once. Just about to do my first big dig. Didn't know the wood dragon was a Dragonriding mount? Yeah. Right now it's only a Dragonriding mount. It cannot regular fly. It's just for Dragonriding. But now that you can Dragonride in so many places, you can use it all kinds of places. That's like my new favorite one. I like the little stormy tree antlers. I think that's really cool. So, I think I should have unlocked all of them. We can go back to the archives to turn that in. I wonder who will turn off dynamic flying and we're within. There's plenty of people that just don't prefer it. I think it'll be nice to have the option. dynamic flying is certainly faster in most cases, but I find myself, now that I have the option of doing either or in Dragon Isles, I go back and forth. I keep a regular flying mount and a dynamic mount, or like a dragon mount, on my bars so that I can kind of choose based on what I want to do. Sometimes you want the precision. Sometimes you want to land on something small and high, and you don't want to have to like play the trying to perch a dragon on a pinpoint game. Makes a few of my friends sick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like treasure hunting a lot on a regular flying mount. I think that Dragonflight has trained me to AFK on the ground, though. Down below. Oh, it's graduation day. So he's giving a speech. I don't know if this does anything else or if we're pretty much set. The Pinecone Dragon that we got with the Dragonflight expansion that wasn't a Dragonriding map for some reason. Mm-hmm. That's funny, I can't shop at the vendor right now. They're too busy chatting. So if I check, just to double check and make sure, and we sort by faction, yeah, the only Azerothian Archives World Quest I haven't finished is that stinky one that was broken. Either broken or I was just not doing it correctly, but I'm gonna give myself the benefit of the doubt and say that's broken. Not my fault. Ugh. Ugh, good. Alright, so in another 6 minutes, we got another thing that's gonna spawn. I wanted to look at the vendor again while I was here, but they seem busy. Maybe they'll go back home to maybe they'll go back. I really want to know how to do this. Complete any site's entry in the Tome of Archived Isles research for Nerobin. What does that mean? It's for a pet. Like this one, we're getting progress on it during the big dig. Just for getting tomes, I think. And just being there a bunch. But I don't really understand how this one works. And I looked it up on Wowhead and it didn't help me at all. I wonder if we just need more time for that. A lot of the other achievements, like we're 3 of 20 clues, I'm 3 of 10 for the rocks. I need to dance with Zenata in one more location for the goggles, even though that achievement will not preview. They broke Afflicted. What did they do to Afflicted? Yeah, maybe something to do with the rep. That's a good point. The ads are targets for Ogbuffs. Bosses can target it with abilities. People think it's because of the NPC dungeons. Oh. Yeah, I would maybe give it a day or so for them to fix that. That's funny. Last night in Yasmin, Inflicted created a soul red soul. Oh no. Yeah. I think I'm gonna stay right outside of dungeons. I still haven't done any follower dungeons, actually. Maybe after this we'll do the next dig, because we can't miss a dig. And then I'll well, I did promise to fish in Gilneas too. Fish in Gilneas first and then follower dungeon. How about that? I just want to, because I haven't done any of them yet. I feel like everybody else must have been doing piles of them. For what though? For Divine Breath of Anar. I gotta clean up my bags. I've got all kinds of just grays in here now. I got a short rib. This will be starting in a couple minutes. See if we can maybe get into a group. Because I feel like the group was good. Helped a bunch. I should keep that so I can upgrade a piece for transmog, I guess. Stick it in my bank for forevermore. One follower dungeon and a dwarf fire mage jump backwards into another patrolling group. Oh, man. I want to do the big dig. It says quest, but I think it's just for the dig. I have not done any follower dungeons yet, no. Feeding time. Got some fries and nuggets. You're living. Requirement for the Divine Breath thing to drop, renown 25? Is it? Because I don't have renown 25. Doesn't say anything about it, but that doesn't mean that it's not a requirement. I thought I got some while I was like leveling. I thought I got one while I was leveling. Although, I don't know. Who's to say? I don't even know which characters. I think I'd have to look at my evoker's bank. She might have something. What else can I clean up from here? I don't need most of this. Nah, let's just get rid of these. Not gonna worry about it too much. I can always farm more later if I one day get around to doing those. I need to sell off some extra soul cages. I have not yet got the transmog from fishing in Gilneas. After this dig, I'll go fish. Can you just fish anywhere in Gilneas? You just find water, have at it? Nothing else needs doing? That's my question as well, yeah. People were saying you could just... Nobody said anything about a specific spot. Wowhead just says waters of Gilneas. Okay. Got in my second cast. Someone else said they got it in their first 5. I'm wondering how... If these are just like the lucky accounts or if it's just like super easy. We'll have to find out. Got an extra tide core to get rid of. Well, we're going. We're helping. I'm digging. Doesn't seem rare. Not a pot nettle situation. Some got it in 200. Got it just after 10. Okay. Near Aderic's Repose. Okay, follow-up question. as an alliance, how do I get back to Gilneas after the quest line's been done? Do I have to just fly there the old-fashioned way? Did they add a port to the portal room? You fly back. We're gonna get a free hearth there. Huh. Bummer. Just have to fly there. Use Dragonriding, get there super quick. Okay. Fly from Ironforge. That's a good idea. That's probably closer than Eastern Plaguelands. Maybe one day I'll make a Worgen just for completionism's sake. If we get so caught up on toys and mogs and whatnot that we need those ones. Oh, do you get anything cool for tagging that guy? Doesn't look like it. I could do, I don't think I would do this, but I could do double duty and make a Worgen mage. Got 5 flavor pockets. Can't believe I had all those alts doing nothing. Instead of working to justify their existence. You gotta make them work. My alts are also unemployed. They're camping outside of my alts are camping outside of Freehold. Someday this week. I feel like I'm starting to get more caught up on archives, which is gonna give me more time for doing other things. It's just today because I wanted to do all of those intro quests and then Outland Cup. And then maybe some fishing. Maybe tomorrow I can do my mount runs. Because we'll have 17 chances at Freehold. Could be the week. Because if I get all that, then I guess I could either move them all out to, you know, a different dungeon. Or I could move them all to Rustfeather. Or I could just move them all into the soup and I could see if I can get any flavor pockets. Recommendations on a new player getting into WoW? Should I wait until the next expat? Come in now? I think now's a great time to come back. I think there is plenty to do and keep busy with and to come to grips with. It's not too late to start Dragonflight stuff. And there's a lot of fun you can get out of it. If you prefer to start with an expansion launch, then you're looking to come back around summertime, so it's not a crazy long wait. But, oh, I need to... Oh no, I was packing lunches, but for what I couldn't say. Yeah, Holy Priest is my favorite. That's my main. I am a gnome Holy Priest. But I do have lots of alts. Too short to hop over this. Oh, I got a job. Somebody needs me. I'm coming. We did it. Yeah, if I was a brand new player and I was trying to pick a class, I would just go to the WoW website the same way that I did all those years ago and like read through the descriptions of the different class to see what sounds fun. See what kind of like class fantasy or vibe or aesthetic that you like. You know, if you want to be like an archer or a paladin or, you know, a priest or a mage or a druid, you know, one of them might sound cool to you. And I feel like that's more important than everything else because class design changes over time and balance comes and goes. But at the end of the day, if you wanted to have like a big cat that you have to go kill people and then you shoot them while they're dying, you gotta be a hunter. You want to turn into a bear and tank? You got one choice for that. This is a new public event. There's cosmetics you can get from it. It does show on the world map. It's a little subtle. It's a little tricky to find. It's right here right now in between kind of Iskara and the Azerothian Archives. There should be a horn on your map for the big dig. It starts half past the hour every hour. So 10:30, 11:30, 1:30, etc. What's everyone's best dragon racing song? I like Speed Drive by Charlie XCX from the Barbie soundtrack. That's a great like running song, and I feel like it would also do well for Dragonriding. I can't decide if I love or hate what they named the new public event. Oh, I need another juicy clue. Somehow I've gotten 2 of 3 already. Oh, I lost it. It's too late. I'm sorry. I don't know how I got 2 of 3. Maybe the interact key. Got 5 tomes already. This is like a dangerous pacing of an event because when it's only once an hour and it only takes like maybe 10 minutes, it's so tempting. Even though that's like 10 minutes out of every 60, it's so tempting to be like, oh, you know, you're not busy, just log on. Just log on, it'll only take 10 minutes, just stop whatever you're doing. Just do the dig real quick, you're gonna get a bunch of stuff, and it's like, true. But I feel like you could really throw a whole day if you're hopping back on every hour. The dig intro quests take quite a while, but they're not required to do this event. The dig intro quests unlock access to the world quests that are associated with the same reputation. So you can get extra fragments, opportunities for achievements, and reputation for doing the world quests. But if you just want to dig and get the stuff that drops from the digs, you don't need to do them. Just don't hop off. Do other collecting for the other 50 minutes. There it is. There's the answer. True. It's my next phase of life where I just leave the stream on all day. No talking, only collecting. Doom Shadow. Always need more mog. There's always more mog. Whenever I'm in a big group like this for a world boss, I do like giving PI to a completely random player. You just throw a dart at the board. Hope they have fun. So you get a little bit of rep for the last boss, 50 rep that time. And then I got all kinds of books. No purple books today, though. Or from that particular one. Oh, I got a quest, a curious find for a hole-punched Bakar tooth. Bring back. Okay. Is that for one of these achievements? Or is it for something else? What is it? What are you gonna give me? Oh, an extra 100 fragments. Yeah, okay. Don't mind if I do. couldn't enjoy Ret Pally for a long time, like Holy and PvP. Melee style healing, bit intimidating. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like I can turn this in later. Like, I'll be back there at some point for something. Well, it's not really all that far. Alright, we'll just flap over there. Because I want to go to Gildeas. Which means we need to go Stormwind, Borealis, Ironforge, and then Dragonride on up there. Because I got a fish. I need some glasses. Having a wormhole is the only saving grace for engineering this expansion. Yeah, there's been a lot of rummaging around the Dragon Isles, and just in this most recent patch for sure. Viragor, thank you very much for the 3-month resub. Appreciate it. I can't believe it's been like a year of Dragonflight, and my all the things. Mind you, I haven't like been focus grinding it down, but there's so many cosmetics from Dragonflight that I'm like nowhere close to. You'd think at least some of those would be easy. Alright, looks like everybody's gone back to their homes. I get 100 fragments for that. Quest completed. You'd think that that would be part of one of these achievements, but I don't think it is. I think it's just for some extra fragments. I am currently sitting on 13,000 fragments, and I am saving up to get the pack beast first, because it's a mount, so that's going to have to come with me. There's, the other thing is probably going to be... What was it called? Not that. Not the spectacles. Yeah. That's going to be important. That's probably my second purchase. Seeing bow. Neuron activation. Dopamine. Alright, we're going to Gilneas. Let's begin playing Portal Roulette. Or not roulette. Something. Oh. Oh. It's just so cozy. I did get the Rogue Legion class hull mount. And we got the Druid one. And I'm working on the Paladin one. I think I'm waiting for my last pair of missions. If I'm lucky, my last 2 missions that I sent out today will be a success, and then I'll have the 5 demon blood things. Yeah, Tome of Teleportation. It gives you a little menu for all of the teleports that you have active on your, or available on your character. Don't mind me. All the achievements in the world won't help you from running into the side of the stairs. Oh, it's so weird dragon riding in here. So I'm heading... This is Gilneas. This seems like a perfectly good spot to fish. What's the point of Sword Ormy Rip? She gives you... something. There was a point. I had intentions to finish it. I don't remember, though. It's a good question. The wowhead for it might know. Alright, we gotta zoom if we want to get through, through this. Yeah, if you find out, let me know. I know you get, like, you get to pick a free mount or pet, I think, at a certain rep level. So I did that. Title Transmog achievement. Yeah, Gilneas is pretty cool. I like the spooky trees. I remember thinking it was all very large for what's basically amounts to a starting area. Not the only person fishing here. I'm gonna fish... Let me see. I'm gonna use my squeaky duck bobber. And I'm going to use... I want my boat. Not that one. You know what I mean? What was it called? Not the raft, the other one. I want to use the cool one. Is it also called a raft? There's the angler's fishing raft. That's no fun. I could just levitate, but that's no fun. There's a, I got it too. The Tuskar, the dinghy. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. I was looking for dinghy. Tuskar dinghy. Oh yeah. There we go. That's the life. We're living now. Okay. And then I guess I need fishing. Because come on, look, it's got a little pile of fish back here. You got your little tackle box right here. This looks cozy. I'd love to spend a day out on a lake in a boat like that. Assuming that this is like maybe cooled. You want to keep your fish chilly. It is raining, that's true. Should we count casts? I don't want to. Can't be bothered. We're in 2 casts. Three. You said tackle box, but I heard taco box. I am fishing for... There's apparently a glasses transmog that you can fish up in Gilneas now. The add-on is called Better Fishing, and it uses the interact keybind to bind your fishing retrieve and your fishing cast to the same key. So I am still pressing a button to do the fishing, but I don't need to chase the bobber with my mouse. Lord Godfrey's old glasses. Theory is that you could always fish it up, but nobody tried. That would be pretty funny. Still can't figure out better fishing. Got it to work once. Yeah, it's always been okay for me. I assigned the better fishing keybind to my number pad. I don't know if that helps at all, but it's always worked it's always worked well for me. Yeah, because all the things can't find anything in Ruins of Gilneas. Not in all the things yet. I think they update tomorrow. Okay. That'll be good. I mean, I'll have this one already, but people were talking about other things that I'd not heard of that might have been Gilneas related. Something about a glow bottom mount. Some of the vendors had a few whites I didn't have yet. Waiting for it to update to see if I got all the transmog for the new Mirror still. Flew for like 30 minutes looking for stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll wait for the update before I go collect it. Just save some time. Be a bit organized. Well, I definitely haven't seen this in the first 5 casts. I don't know how many casts deep I'm in. I'm not really counting. $140 casts last night. Nothing. Going back tonight. Be honest, I like the new Night Elf City better than Teldrassil. At the risk of sounding dumb, where is the new Night Elf City? When I am ready to go there and start collecting stuff. Is it in the Dragon Isles? Hope you're staying warm. I'm not doing too bad. My hands are freezing, but that's always true. Trying to warm them up. I got my fuzzy layers on everywhere else. It has been alternating snow and freezing rain outside, though. It's the Azeroth version of Emir Drasil. Oh, okay, okay. Way out west off the coast. Last night I was in a solo shuffle and my hands were super, super cold and I was trying to warm them up like on my back under my sweater so that I could feel my fingers and like play properly. But it's so cold. Ugh. Keep my hands in quarantine. Swanus is twitching for another burn tree. Easy way to find high or medium pop servers. Pacific time? I don't know if they release that data anymore. Like you could browse, you could like, there must be a way to filter which ones are Pacific time and you could just like browse them to see how loaded they are at any given time. But yeah, I don't know of any tricks to it anymore. There used to be websites that would sort them for you, but I think they locked off that data. Had to get one of those oil-filled portable radiators to work from home in winter. Wow, Progress has that data. Anyone know how I actually turn on the random trait customizations? I don't know. Somebody might. If I was guessing, I would look at the rostrum and see if maybe in the all-over transformation option, there's like a random thing that you could apply. There might be like an extra option or checkbox there for the randomization. Put a spell on my bars after I used the glyph. Oh. Might be character specific. I guess I should be scrolling up and looking through my chat log just to make sure I don't have it already. What color quality is the item? Is this a white that we're fishing up? Because if so, I might need to keep a closer eye on my chat log. Let's see, I've fished up fishies? A dented crate? It is white, okay. Because if rarity is not tracking it, I might need to actually look in. Fishies. I think I still haven't gotten it. The dented crate is Venture Company Supplies. What is that for then? Just vendors for 1 copper? Wow, had that. This is the lowest level junk crate acquired through fishing. Oh. It used to be openable, but it looks like it... Oh, no, it can be opened. Never mind. I opened it and I got some... two handfuls of copper bolts. Maybe this is just a preview of our pond nettle adventure one day. Well, I will fish for 5 more minutes. And then if we don't get it, we're going to have to try again tomorrow. Although, I guess it's not that hard to get my character right here. I was like, do I leave her here to keep fishing tomorrow? Or do I take her back so she can do more digs during the day? What is my rep with the archives? We're still 1 of 5. We're 7,600 through 10.5 for the first rank of Azerothian Archives. Oh, my dinghy. I was curious as to whether or not they were going to put the Azerothian Archives stuff in the set tab, but not the default set tab anyway. Storm Riders and Drake Racers. Oh yeah, so we have both of the different colors of the Drake Racers cells. Oh, I got him! I got him! Nice! There we go, now we don't have to worry about coming back. Soulbound. Lord Godfrey's old spectacles, and of course we simply must equip them. Oh yeah. Alright, we're living. She means business. If this isn't the sickest character. I love that her sleeves are rolled up and they've got like a little snap tab or a button. It looks like a snap to me. It looks like a rivet. Like she's riveted her sleeves up. They are never unrolling. Easy. All right, she lives at the archives now. She's going home. Practically negative cats. A++ RNG. Excited to get more colors of it. Oh, good timing too. We are 3 hours on the dot for stream, which is how long I stream because I'm cold and hungry and it's time for lunch. I'll be back tomorrow morning for a Friday morning stream. I bet you there will be some more digging involved. Maybe we'll take a look at the Bellameth stuff. We'll have to see. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.